Hey there. So, I just thought I would spend these few minutes that I have before my next appointment of the day to talk a little bit here, check in. Haven't been here in a while or very much at all lately. I've been focused elsewhere, and where that focus is mostly inward. And for a bit there was a part of me that kept this probing question for like, what do I do next? Like, I felt like, okay, I've been taking steps. I felt guided the whole way. I feel internal impetus and intuitively inspired towards each step. But then it sort of went quiet a bit. And the last thing that I kind of had heard was like, yeah, it's just time to kind of be with yourself, love yourself, go even deeper inward. I was like, okay, and so I spent some more time meditating and things like that. And the whole time I was meditating, in retrospect, I realized I was actually like waiting to get inspired or waiting to get some other step or waiting for the next step. So, in retrospect, I'm realizing that my meditations could have been focused otherwise. But basically, what I did each time that I felt like frustrated afterwards that I didn't get my next step or that I didn't feel like I knew what to do next, because I know that I can do stuff, but I wanted to do like the thing that's in my highest good, that's in the highest good of all. And those things I know come from my heart. Those things are intuitively inspired, and those things are led through my curiosity and my inner urge. So I wanted to do those things, and those things weren't coming for me, and I was feeling a little bit frustrated each time. And so then I started sitting with that frustration and alchemizing that frustration I felt when I felt like, ooh, I want to know what to do next. And it's like I acknowledged that, validated for myself, accepted that that was present, and was present with the feeling, that feeling of like wanting to push and wanting to do. That's masculine energy, right? And then there was even an aspect of me that was uncovered during that process that felt like fear of not doing enough. And then there was an aspect of me that felt like I was losing ground, that I was missing out on, what I was meant to do. And, all these kind of things kind of started becoming the thing that I was focused on in order to alchemize, in order to free myself. And I got more and more relief each time and more clarity each time until I came to this space where it's like, okay, I find it a lot more easy to just kind of be in here, in my own space, and like checking in like with my body, like what do we need, what do we want, how can we make you feel more loved and comforted in this world, what do you need right now, you know and it just got easier and easier to go inward each time there was a part of me that was like feeling like I should do something, and the doing became just doing the act of like going inward and getting to know myself more and checking in with myself and like being with that feeling of wanting to do, right? And so what I realized, as I was going through that for a bit, and just kind of getting a bigger picture view of my own self and my own process, I was realizing, oh, okay, so I'm just spending time getting to know myself even more and even deeper, and really like purifying the places in me that want to do things instead of just be me, you know? And then I thought that was interesting because today there was a clip that I came across. I think he might have just posted it today, which is June 4th, 2024. But Kyle Cease posted a clip, which I ended up seeing in one of my feeds on social media. And so I decided to watch it, and it was about, instead of asking, what can I do? How about asking, who am I? And I thought, wow, that's pretty nice, because like the outside of my reality was reflecting back to me the place that I had come to as well. And I love when that happens, right? Because it lets me know that I'm close into presence, that I'm aware and conscious and present enough to notice my reality being, my inner world being reflected back to me, and the outer world. And also, I liked the simplification of just using that question, of just flipping the question from what can I do to who am I? Because all I really want to do is be me. And me knows what to do. Me knows that just being me is what I want to do. So me will have the impetus to move again, right? So there's just these layers of myself that wanted to do that are being scraped off, right? Those are masculine energies. And it's not wrong to have the want to do, but the want to do is something that I'd like to associate with an inspired action, and with the inner urge, and with the curiosity, not just there's space here, I should do something, you know? Because I don't want to be doing from the place of trying to be something that is outer inspired, meaning trying to be something that's expected of me, trying to be something that is looked at as successful, trying to be something that is looked at as not lazy, trying to be something that is looked at as safe, you know, like all of those kind of things that can get tied up in our reason for doing were things that I was letting go of during this period of time in my life. So I thought that was pretty cool to come to that place, and also just feels good. And also lets me notice that now when I've encountered some situations in my life that are sort of chaotic, right? These are situations where in a past version of me would really be overwhelmed by the experience and the emotions that came with the experience, and the stories I would tell about the emotions that came with the experience of chaos. But this version of me, it's so much more easy for me to realize that I can get above the experience I'm having to view it as an experience I'm having, even while I'm having it. Meaning, I'm not prone to being overwhelmed by the emotions because they're able to flow through, because I'm just watching the experience I'm having while I'm having it. And also, I'm not tending to take it personal when I feel a wave of energy in the form of an emotion that I would have previously told a story about and made it mean something about me or someone else. And so that is able to keep moving through, where I'm not like grabbing onto these energies, where I'm just kind of watching them happen and having the experience and observing the experience and not being consumed by the experience and letting the experience flow through, as a way of actively alchemizing while in presence. Just like, I don't even know if it would be even considered alchemy if it's just allowing it to be. Because it's like I'm allowing it to be because I already alchemized the things that would have caused me to be overwhelmed by it, immersed in it, or held a prisoner to a looping pattern of it. Yes, that's what it is. So I am noticing that I am more often the version of myself that is in allowing. And that is because I am more often the version of myself that is me. because me knows that I'm not the experiences I'm having, and I'm not the emotions that flow through the experience I'm having. I am the observer of, I am the interpreter of, and I am the experiencer of, to the degree that I'm wanting to and willing to experience. And the less willing I am to have an experience that I'm having, the more uncomfortable and the more in resistance I am. And it's pretty obvious now, just from this stance having shifted the way I have at this point. So I guess I just kind of wanted to document that for myself, for my own journey, and share that with you, in case you might reflect upon what I'm saying in order to expand your own awareness for yourself. So if you can relate, let me know. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you're interested, I am offering the Ko-fi membership for now until whenever it's not feasible. And I would love to work with you within that space if you would appreciate having someone to work through things and reflect and illuminate things and alchemize, with a bit of guidance and outside perspective. So I'll see you there.